when you're bringing props to the skate spot to skate, in my opinion, it makes the trick lame. What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Ninja Review. I have never had a video suggested to me as many times as what we are reviewing today. Crazy Wisdom starring Andy Anderson on the Powell Peralta YouTube channel. Rewind and play. Before I begin, I want to explain to you guys that even though this is a YouTube skater, I'm as close as you can get to a non-biased reviewer. I don't care if the skater's cool or uncool. You guys can tell that when I review guys from Revive versus guys from Thrasher. I kind of try to just call it how it is. I will say that Andy Anderson, in my opinion, is a super creative skater. That being said, a lot of his tricks I am going to consider super lame. The difference is when this guy does lame tricks, they oftentimes still require skill. Starting off with exactly what I was talking about. He thinks he's a ballerina, but he holds it together with the varial heel flip melon. We just saw a chick skate that bowl. All she had to do was a carve grind to get on Thrasher. Andy had to do a varial heel flip to melon. We got him hanging out with the cops, doing his Nodus spin, little 360 rolling into the street. The cops are impressed. Now, we had a conversation the other day on my Twitch channel. By the way, I have skimmed through this video already, and people were saying, do you think his weird, quirky, sort of unusual skateboarding presence helps him as far as his career? And I would say no. If this guy dressed like T-Funk or had some New York style or wore a dress code like what we see that is popular today, I think he would have been a well-known skater 10 years earlier. I think his technique is kind of unique, much like Wansong. No matter how many people say this is lame, he's a loser, he still skates the way he wants to skate, even if I think it's stupid. So, we're getting a little flip under flip here in a line. Oftentimes we think it's the last trick for him. He does these tricks consistently. I often talk about skaters who seem like they throw the skateboard at the wall and pray that something happens. Well, this guy does that style of trick, but then does it in a line with 15 other tricks. So it's undeniable that this guy's not skating based off luck. It's totally based off skill. We get the dark slide, little spin on top, pops out, still got the helmet on. You would never see anyone do a trick like this, and it still surprises me the front crook was coming. I thought it was just gonna be a front grind. Everyone has access to these spots. Anyone can be creative. A lot of people choose to be creative by dressing weird or ripping their shirt in half or wearing half of a pair of pants or holding a water bottle. This guy shows up to the same spots everyone else skates and does something that's truly never been done. Skating the rock, like, if he would have done that as a single trick, I would have called it luck, but here he is still going in a line with multiple other tricks, including flip tricks. By the way, there's some pro skaters out right now with Thrasher video parts that have no flip tricks and no switch tricks. Andy Anderson does the rails, the stairs, the lines, the goofy tricks, the freestyle, the death-defying stuff, the bowls, and he does it all consistently. He can skate contests. He can bomb hills. The guy really is the total package, and we've gotten so used to skateboarders being one-trick ponies, right? One guy, all he does is bomb hills. The other guy, all he does is big flip tricks downstairs. You know, we have the San Francisco guys. We have the Chris Jocelins. We have the Nigels. All they do is big rails. You know what I mean? This guy truly does it all. And you can say, oh, the style is weird. Sure, maybe it is. He's wearing a helmet. But again, I think that is, he gives himself a handicap. He's making it harder for himself to find success, and he's still shitting on pro skaters everywhere. The guy's skating a freaking mega ramp, right? A giant half pipe with a gap in the middle, and he's holding his own. We got pros right now that still can't drop in. Okay, I try not to ride his nuts too much because guess what? Later in this video, I assure you, there's going to be some stuff I disagree with. But look at that. He does a flip trick right there. He ends it like with the airwalk. He did one of everything there. Then skates a kinked rail right after and back 180s out. David Gravett would be proud. Back lip to front foot impossible, a trick that I don't think we've ever seen before. And he does it clean. We're not tic-tacking all over the place. I don't mean to just be on this guy's jock the whole time, because right now he's got the homeless pants. He's skating that spot. Again, that spot's been there. Anyone could have done this stuff, but the line's not over. A little bit of a snake, not a big deal. The line's not over. He keeps it going. He's doing these tricks consistently. He could hand you your own ass in a game of skate and then go skate a handrail and some bowls and then hit the mega ramp and then skate a vert ramp and then do a coconut wheelie to 360. So I just appreciate the amount of time spent. We watch a lot of videos where every skater kind of sucks and the comments go, well, at least he's having fun. And you guys would hate on this guy who's clearly having fun but spent enough time and effort on the board to get good at this stuff. He doesn't have to go out and try a trick for 5 straight days to land it sloppily with a tic-tac, a toe drag, and one hand on the ground when he's this experienced on the board. I think he truly feels the board. That being said, you look stupid. You know what I mean? He looks stupid right here. The part is getting boring. A lot of people had an issue with this. I think what he did was he took a strip of nylon and attached it to the rail. Someone told me that he did that so that it would slow down the grind. Now, I'm gonna stay consistent in my opinions. When Nyjah brings a bag of concrete to a spot to skate a handrail, I say it's lame. When Steve Barra builds a skate park outside of a warehouse and pretends it's an organic street spot, it's lame. When you go to skate a tree and you have to stop at Home Depot to make sure the tree is skatable, it's lame. I say that only on the premise that there are some skateboarders out there that could probably hit this rail without making it less organic, right? I like skateboarding to be like this. If the rail's too big to skate, no one can skate it unless they're good enough. You shouldn't have to alter the rail too much. That being said, I'll make an exception for cutting off a knob or cutting off a kink sometimes. Or if you wanted to skate, for example, the second half of this rail, put down some plywood, drop in, and skate the second half. When you're altering the whole rail, when you're bringing props to the skate spot to skate, in my opinion, it makes the trick lame. I think if you put Nyjah or Gravett on this rail without the training wheels, they could probably land that trick with enough tries. This guy had to go out of his way to make the trick easier. I personally am not a fan of that. Okay, are we gonna fast forward here? Slow-mo freestyle is not the type of trick I wanna watch. All right, he's hugging his friends for a freestyle trick. Can you imagine? I understand hugging your friends when you just jump down El Toro because you could get really badly hurt. You hopped around like a weird autistic kid in the middle of the beach wearing a helmet. You didn't need, a hug to be thankful you're still alive. Pretty cool spot right here. Goes up, goes down, fakie 360. I also saw this spot. Everyone was saying, oh, this is so crazy. I was not impressed by that at all. But I guess at this point, it's worth saying the tricks you're not impressed with, because there's so many tricks that are impressive. This is also where I have to draw the line. I think a lot of people can do this while warming up. I think when your foot's on the rail, you're kind of erasing what the trick is. For me, this would be similar to dragging your tail on a manual. You're dragging your foot on the rail. If the rail's not skatable, don't skate it. Look at that. He's got some flexible hips, my friend. 360 out. Didn't see that coming at all. A little bit, speaking of tricks that turn out to be kind of lucky, I'm not a big fan of this, especially you can tell by the way that he landed. And here we finally got skateboarding being art, people. Skateboarding is finally art. All we had to do was put a Jersey barrier in the vegan district of town. We got skateboarding really being art. But then we have stuff like this. I think it's very impressive, especially landing bolts. I don't know what the point of that was. Okay. Like a 12-minute video part, we have time to, I get it. We see that he's a human, right? We see that he doesn't land everything first try. But this part could have been 7 minutes of non-stop action. Instead, we went the extra artsy route. I don't know. Not super impressed. But you do have to admit that a spot like this, to have a trick like that done, is certainly very impressive. If you looked at that and just told me he did a 50-50, I'd go, that's crazy. And then you say he 360'd out, I'd go, that's crazy. And then you said, oh, and then he board slid, I'd say, that's crazy. And then you said he dark slid, I'd say, you're lying. Right here, skating, doesn't care about his foot getting run over. Truly a Hesh guy, skates the chain, jumps in. Again, feel like he gets a little bit lucky here, spending a lot of time in the vegan district. And lands with both feet on the nose. I think the dark slide was a more impressive banger, in my opinion, but I would love to hear your thoughts in a comment below. I mean, overall, extremely impressive video part. If you wanted to find something to complain about, you certainly could. And I think I did find some things to complain about. But overall, what I think very few people can do is say this guy is not, at this point, one of the best and most talented all-around skaters out. And I would love for you guys to throw out some names. Who can skate more all-around obstacles on a skateboard than this guy? I'm a big fan, I keep saying organic, of skateboarding being organic in the sense that if I'm skateboarding down the street to get some groceries or to go to a friend's house and I encounter a street sign that fell down, I can 50-50 it. If I encounter a curb, I can ollie up it or kickflip up it. If I encounter a small ramp, I can do a jump on that. Whatever the earth gives me, I can skate. I'm not a fan of me bringing little props and things to every different skate spot so I can kind of make it mine, and then when another skater encounters that spot, you can't do my trick because I'm the only one that has access to this little prop that I brought. I kind of look at that style of skateboarding as lame. Not that that totally applies to Andy Anderson, but I would give this part a 9.5 out of 10, only because I think if they wanted to, they could have crushed this part together and made it more exciting and less artsy. Then again, that's just my opinion. I would love to hear your opinion in a comment below. So many of you guys asked me to review this part, and I enjoyed it. I know a lot of you guys were hoping that I would sit here and be negative. I probably didn't say enough negative things to upload a highlight video of this to my new Instagram, Steve Hates Skating, but that just goes to show that this guy made a video part with enough skill to make it difficult to say negative things. So I guess in that regard, nice job, Andy Anderson. I upload 5 videos every single week here on Ninja Lifestyle, so if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. As far as my week, Las Vegas hit a record high temperature of 120 degrees, so I probably will not upload a skateboarding video this week. I will see you guys tomorrow with another Ninja review. Kuna Matata. In the arms